O'Carroll is the very soul of the series, delivering a masterful transformation into Agnes Brown, the domineering Irish matriarch whose blunt, no-nonsense demeanor conceals a deeply warm heart. Through impeccable timing, charm, and razor-sharp humor, he turned Agnes into an enduring cultural icon, imprinting on audiences the unforgettable image of a mother who is at once infuriating and irresistibly lovable. That role carried him from near obscurity to the summit of global fame.
Didn't really work, did they?
Actually, they did. I used to say, fuck off. Now I say, that's nice.
Yet few realize that Agnes Brown was born from the ashes of Brendan's own life. Long before the spotlight ever found him, he was consumed by despair after the collapse of his first marriage and crushed under a staggering £1.2 million debt following the failure of the film Sparrow's Trap. He later described himself during that period as emotionally paralyzed, sitting in darkness for days on end, uncertain whether tomorrow would even arrive. And when success finally came, it arrived with a cruel curse, relentless lawsuits, public feuds with former collaborators, and the media's branding of him as a comedic dictator, turning his private life into a waking nightmare.
Dermot's taking Maria off to Venice for the weekend. She's going to be going up and down in their gonorrhea.
The tragedy reached its peak when the man who brought laughter to millions was left utterly depleted by loneliness and illness. Behind the cheerful makeup stood an aging body screaming in pain, weakened legs after multiple knee replacement surgeries, and the constant shadow of prediabetes, diagnosed in 2024. The sense of betrayal by once trusted co-stars such as Rory Cowan and Gary Hollywood dealt a devastating blow to his spirit. Brendan found himself living under merciless scrutiny, battling the crushing exhaustion of his 70s, where fame was no longer a reward, but a suffocating burden, robbing the aging artist of his final fragments of peace. And yet, Brendan O'Carroll has remained standing, like an ancient tree weathering every storm, clinging to the laughter of his audience as his final lifeline. In the twilight of his life, wounded but unbroken, he leaves behind an extraordinary legacy. Agnes Brown will endure as an immortal monument, a testament to the truth that the brightest laughter is often born from the deepest, most silent pain. Some believe Brendan's strictness was a necessary price to pay for sustaining the success of an empire. Others, however, feel a deep sense of sorrow for the loneliness he was forced to endure at the very peak of fame. What do you think about the true cost of this kind of success? Comment 1 if you empathize with Brendan and understand his choices, or 0 if you believe he should have let go to Finn. Jennifer Gibney as Kathy Brown.
92, James Arthur Court Fingers.
Jesus!
Jennifer Gibney brought to the screen a sharp, independent Kathy Brown, a modern counterweight perfectly opposed to Agnes's old-fashioned rigidity. What made the dynamic even more fascinating was that she was playing the on-screen daughter of her real-life husband, Brendan O'Carroll. Their effortless chemistry and quick-witted verbal sparring created a unique appeal, turning Kathy into a symbol of modern daughters who long to step out from the shadow of their families.
The way you feel today.
What is she fucking talking about?
Ironically, when the curtain fell, Jennifer found herself facing emotional distance within the O'Carroll family itself. Her relationship with her husband's children from a previous marriage was marked by years of unspoken tension and quiet hostility, stretching across nearly a decade and leaving the household perpetually strained. As if that were not enough, her attempt to break into film with Mrs. Brown's Boys D-Movie was met with brutal critical backlash. Reviewers dismissed her performance as stiff and accused her of choosing the wrong role, words that pierced deeply into her artistic pride. Jennifer later admitted she broke down in tears while reading the merciless headlines, shaken to her core